Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel or your first time watching any of my videos, I do go by the name of Aphrodite. I am many things, but one of those things is I am an intuitive reader of energy, channeler, however you want to describe it. When I say the whole family is gifted, the whole family is gifted. So this is something that I was naturally born with and something that I'm just now beginning to embrace and like kind of understand on a, I guess, like a grander scale, okay? So this message is based on a dream that I had actually on Wednesday. So I'm recording this on Thursday, but I received the message on Wednesday, the 13th. Okay, so I'm not going to decode the entire dream because some of that is specifically for me. So I'm not going to go into every single detail, but I am going to decode what I think is relevant to this message. And when channeling for this message, or when thinking about how I was going to deliver this message, one of the first things that came to mind was alien superstar, okay? Because I'll get into the dream eventually, but how you will know you resonate with this message is you could have been someone from a young age who just felt like you did not belong, like you felt like an alien. You may have been outcasted as a kid or just felt very out of place, or like maybe perhaps you were from a different time zone, either, you know, a past time zone or a future time zone, does not matter. You could have also maybe felt a little like you had to grow into your looks, basically, right? Like you may have not always felt like the most attractive person when you were younger, or like it took you time to kind of grow into yourself and learn like what worked for you as far as styling things. So you, like, I'm hearing that your glow up was like an internal glow up, right? Like you glowed up from the inside out, if that makes sense. So it's more so your energy, and you kind of started, you know, wearing things that spoke to your energy and kind of just embracing your weirdness, right? Because I'm like, you kind of have to be a little weird to be on my channel, because I myself am weird, okay? And I support the weirdos. I like the weirdos. Not the kind that gets you locked up, okay? We don't support those. But I do love me the misfits, you know what I'm saying? Those are usually the kind of people that I'm around. I just, you know what I'm saying? People who are not afraid to like blaze their own trailblazers. People who are trailblazers, right? One of the things that I heard is like, you don't just set trends, you are the trend, okay? Like you have something that people, like, you either have it or you don't. And it is your uniqueness that makes you you, and it draws people to you. I'm getting that you may have like a very unique look to you, especially in your face. You could either have like very strong bone structure or like this ethereal quality to your face. Like you just look otherworldly. Like you look like you are not from here. Like you literally look like a creature from another planet, right? And it is what makes you beautiful. Like something that I always say, or that like people like growing up, like you would hear adults say often, is beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And so beauty in the eye of the beholder, what that means is it's something that radiates from within you. So if you do not feel beautiful, you know what I mean, it doesn't show through because you don't understand your own beauty. And I'm getting that you are a person that really came to terms with their differences and just like you found a way to express yourself in such a creative manner. Like this could like pertain to your style, like the way you style yourself. Yeah, how you style yourself, how you dress. You could be really into the makeup arts. Like you could be really good at doing makeup. I'm also getting like, I don't know if you're really into fashion. I'm also hearing like fairy core. Like you could be really into like sirens, fairies, like forests, mystical creatures, things of that nature. Also, you could be a creative writer, I'm hearing too. Like you like fantasy, perhaps sci-fi, things of that nature, anime. You could be an anime lover. You could also just be the kind of person where you move in a very unique way, if that makes sense. Like the movements that you have, like you're just very, not even eccentric. Like I guess you could use eccentric, but that's not quite the word I'm looking for. It's more like it's just something you can't quite place. And I think that's why I don't have a word for it, because it's just something that you can't quite place. Yeah, it's just something you can't quite place. Like your energy speaks volumes. Like your energy is very loud without trying. And you could also be one of those people who like similar to me, it's like you're very extra without trying. Like on your what people consider extra for you is like a minimal day. You know what I mean? Like you're probably dressed down. You're like, I'm not even trying today. Like you literally are a person where you can just put something together like that because it speaks to you. Like you just throw something on, and even if you're not a person that's like super into fashion or anything like that, I'm getting that because of how like powerful your energy is, how unique your energy is. It doesn't matter what you have on, like people just absolutely like love your style. They just gravitate towards it. Like, and your energy, it fills the entire room. Because two things that happened to me yesterday when I first got this message. Okay, so a regular at my bar, I was talking to one of the regulars at my bar who I became friends with, and because I'm a bartender, guys, I be bartending, okay? So he had came in and we were sitting down having a discussion, and he was telling me, he was like, the first time I met you, it was like your energy was just loud. He was like, not in a bad way, but it was almost like I could reach out and like feel your energy. Like I could grab it, I could touch it. And you might resonate with that as well, because that is pretty much what I'm picking up on. And then another thing, today I was out, right? Completely dressed down. Like I put this on because I was like, I like to exercise my creative everything. So I'm like, hey, I actually got something to go with the theme of this message. So I decided I'm gonna put it on and rock. I just like to exercise my creativity in whichever capacity that is. Like I'm just a person where everything I do is just naturally creative, naturally artistic. And I'm getting that you are a person like that as well. Like you are art. Like you just embody what art and creativity is. You know what I mean? Like you just love to express yourself, and you do not care like who's watching or you don't care what anyone thinks about you, because it's you and it makes you happy and it's fulfilling. And you understand that art is subjective, right? So however someone interprets it, it doesn't matter, because you're the artist, you're the canvas, and you treat yourself as such. I'm also hearing like the street is your runway. It doesn't matter where you're going. You don't have to have anywhere to go. Like you are gonna show up and you're gonna show out. Okay, so I was in the mall today. And the guy who originally, so I first walked in the store and he was basically telling me about, the sales they had going on. And he was like, what did he say? Oh yeah. So he was like, I love your nails. And he was like, yes, I am living. He was like, I'm living for you. He was like, anyways, girl, I'll be here if you need me. And so anyways, I went to go shop, and then I came back to check out, and he was like, I love the way you carry yourself. He was like, what are you? I'm a Capricorn. No, he said he's a Capricorn. He's a Capricorn. And I was like, I'm not even gonna say. He was like, I'm a Capricorn. And then basically what I got from that is that you may be one of those people who people constantly either try to figure out what your sign is, or you have people who just naturally, like, as soon as they meet you, because this happened to me actually twice yesterday. So you might have people who just naturally come to you and they just start talking to you about your energy, right? They try to guess certain things about you. But I'm getting that you're very multidimensional, okay? You're not just one thing. Even like how I said, I am many things. You are a person who's many things. You can't really be pinned down to any one thing, right? There's so many different sides of you. There's so many different sides of you. And it's like as loud as your energy is, as loud as it is, you still have this mysteriousness to you that people just cannot figure you out, because you're constantly changing and switching. Like you are a person who can just, like a chameleon almost. You're a chameleon. You just kind of blend in where you need to, but you still stand out, right? You may also have people who always say that you look like someone famous or something. Like yesterday, and we look nothing alike. We look nothing alike, but this guy was like, has anyone ever told you that you look like FKA Twigs? I was like, no. I was like, she's beautiful, but we look nothing alike. I'm like, people always tell me I look like a celebrity that is just light skin. Like, I swear. Like, I'm like, the only thing we have in common is that we're light skin, and sometimes our energy will be similar. Like, I can understand like how they're styled. It really depends on how I'm dressed, right? So it's like, I'm getting that you may have people who often tell you look like someone famous, but you may not like that because you might be a person that does not like to be compared to other people. And I am very much like that as well. I hate being compared to people. I am me. I look like me. I am me. Like, I appreciate y'all, you know, because, you know, what they really saying is you got that star quality energy to you. And yes, you do. Okay, I'm like, this is the year for people who have felt like the outcasts, who have always felt different, who have always been really ahead of their time. This is our time, because like we're in the age of Aquarius, which is all about like technology. And what I'm getting is you also may be someone who collects like you may collect like really odd objects. Specifically, you might be into collecting like outdated technology, like I forgot what they call it, but you just might be a person who has very, I really don't remember what they call it, but it's just like you are just a collector of odd objects. Like you're just a very innovative person. This may cause you to collect like different odd objects, or just certain things that people may not understand, but it's just very cool, right? Like things that people wish they could collect, things of that nature, just rare. There's like rare things. One thing that was very heavy, okay, so yesterday was the 13th, right? Wednesday. So I was getting a lot of Mercury energy, a lot of Saturn energy, sun energy, and lunar energy, okay? So you could have like heavy Aquarius, like I'm picking up on heavy Aquarius placements, because there's just this very innovative like energy right now. Like, so I'm like heavy Aquarius or heavy air, especially Gemini. I'm like Aquarius or Gemini is what I'm getting, because Aquarius is one of those signs where I feel like you can tell an Aquarius is an Aquarius because you can't really put them to any other sign, if that makes sense. Like no Aquarius is the same as the next Aquarius. Like they're all different from one another. Let me see. Yeah, and then also Gemini, because like I don't know, Gemini is just, they're just Geminis are just Geminis, bro. Like I don't even know what to say. Like they're just them. And then Saturn, I'm getting Capricorn. Like I feel like you may have like super like your bone structure might just be like super chiseled, super sharp bone structure that just looks otherworldly. Like your bone structure looks like it was literally like chiseled by, like they took their time, chiseled by the gods is what I'm hearing. Like you just have that bone structure that just really stands out. Yeah, so Aquarius, Capricorn, you could have Aquarius, Capricorn, Gemini. You could have Cancer placements. Sorry y'all, ads. You could have like prominent Cancer placements, Pisces. I mean, you could add Scorpio in there too, because there is a lot of, I am feeling very water. This is giving me very water air energy. Are the two like the two elements that I'm picking up on is water and air. Okay. Yeah, like you're definitely someone who has either a lot of water or air in your chart. Just very fluid. Yes, you're like a very fluid person. So you kind of just literally, you just adapt to your environment, right? You just adapt to your environment. And I'm getting that you're also a person who is a very unique thinker, right? A very unique thinker, so it could be easy for you to connect with different people. Like you may be the type of person who has friends from all different types of walks of life. Like you just have, there's not necessarily like one look to your friend group. Like you just have all different sorts of friends. You could also be someone who likes to listen to all different genres of music. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. And like another thing that I was saying about like space, You could be like really into the moon, the stars, like I said, sci-fi earlier. You could like to get high. You could like to get high. I don't know if raves are your thing, but you might be really into raves, things of that nature. But yeah, so that's how you know if you resonate with anything from this message. But so let's actually get into the message now. So yes, the title of this message is Alien Superstar, and I might have to, because I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough characters to put all of this in, but what I was picking up on is, so Alien Superstar, many will attempt to replicate, but they will not succeed because it's literally in your DNA. Okay, and so as we move into Age of Aquarius, right? I remember one time I put out a tweet and I was like, Age of Aquarius is not just necessarily about, you know, technology and information of the world, but it is about technology and information of yourself, right? So I'm getting that you could be someone who has a lot of vivid dreams. Yes, a very vivid dreamer. You could also be coming into certain gifts that you have in the dream world. Like you could realize that you literally travel to other dimensions and other places in your dreams. And you literally, like when you dream, it feels like you have lived a whole other life when you went to sleep. Like you woke up and you're like, bro, I have a whole nother life in like another dimension. Like I have several lives all over the place. Like I'm getting that you have dreams that literally feel like they could be movie long, or like you feel like you were there for like years, days, weeks, months, like however long, but it doesn't feel like it's just one of those quick dreams. Like it feels like a dream. There's a whole storyline. You have several relationships in these dreams with different people. Like there's literally like a whole other world, right? Like you literally travel to different dimensions. And so you could be realizing that sometimes you actually also astral project to other people. You could be a kind of person that has a lot of telepathic dreams. And you'll know if you have a telepathic dream because it's like it almost feels very real, right? And so when you're having a telepathic dream, you literally like, how can I say this? Like you feel like you're right there with that person and it feels very, very real, right? And there is going to be like a lot of, it's either talking or talking through like, I would say like touch and body language, right? It's just gonna feel like it literally happened in real life. And to me, those I take as telepathic dreams because I've had quite a few of these now. And sometimes it's shocking because it'll be like in real life, someone will repeat the exact thing that they said in the dream. So you could be a person that has telepathic dreams. You could also realize that you connect with a lot of people in like the dream world. Like if you are a kind of person who watches videos like this often, you could find that you have other people who read energies, other like light workers, energy workers, who literally visit you in the astral realm to deliver you messages, right? That is what I'm picking up on. And then it's like, when you're not sleeping, when you're awake, sometimes it may feel like you're in several places at once. Like you may be a person that lives in your head a lot of the time. Like you're in front of people, but really you are so far away. Like you're in this far off, far away land. You could like shades. I'm also picking that up. You could like to wear shades a lot. To like cover your eyes. Like maybe you do not want people to see your eyes necessarily. You actually may be very sensitive to energy is what I get from that. Like, you know how they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Like you may just not want people to pick up on your own energy, but you also just might not be a person that likes eye contact. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You might be the kind of person that doesn't really like eye contact like that, and so you prefer to wear shades. And it also could just be a stylistic choice as well. But yeah, and I'm also getting you might be into fashion too. And if you are, hey. Oh yeah, because I was talking about Age of Aquarius, right? So we're moving into a time where, like especially this year, where abundance is really gonna flow for those who kind of pave their own path, for those who are like operating literally from their heart and things that they are really passionate about. So one thing that I'll say is that as you become more successful and abundant, right? Because you may have felt like some of your ideas just no one understood them, right? No one got them. And it's because you are way ahead of your time. Very, very, very ahead of your time is what I'm getting. Like you have these ideas that people just simply can't connect with because they have not caught up to where you are. And so it's like we're coming into a time where authenticity is people who are authentic to themselves, who are true to themselves, no matter who's watching or who's clapping, who's cheering them on, who accepts them. Like those are going to be the winners. Those are going to be the breadwinners. Like I'm telling you now, that is going to bring you so much abundance. So you're going to have people who do not necessarily know themselves, but they want abundance. Everybody wants to be abundant, right? Everyone wants to make money, but you have to understand everyone follows trends, okay? Because now, like, if you're moving into the person who is now setting these trends, or you are the trend, like I said, you are the trend, you're gonna have people who try to replicate what you do, who try to imitate what you do, who try to copy what you do, but they are not going to succeed, okay? They are not going to succeed in the capacity that you do, because you are literally operating from your heart, your soul, right? Like you literally, like it just emanates off of you. And they do not possess the same magic that you do, so they cannot do it the way that you do. And no one can like take what is meant for you, because in a portion of my dream, I had one friend who was like really excited for me, and she was really encouraging me and telling me to keep going, keep doing what I was doing, because I had helped her so much, right? And then another one, like it was so much good energy, right? And then another one of my friends was in the dream, but when she entered the dream, it was like she was excited, but like we didn't really exchange any words. She was mostly talking to my other friend, and I just felt like, you know, like kind of, I don't know, this certain energy that was a little standoffish. Kind of like I felt kind of awkward around them when both of them were together, and the three of us were there. So I kind of just like felt a little weird. Like, so you may have people around you who are like, who subconsciously are competitive with you, because it was like in the dream, it was like she was trying to do the same thing or like go down the same path, but I was like, that's not gonna work, because like that's not, like that ain't who you are, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like when people try to wear something that just does not work with their personality, like it just looks wrong, right? Like it just looks wrong. It's kind of that same energy. So it's like, and I don't even mean to sound harsh, but they're going to fail miserably. Like they're gonna fail miserably, because it's just gonna look like they're trying too hard. Like what you do it effortlessly. Like you are effortlessly you. Even your beauty, like it is effortless, because you just express yourself. Like you just go through the world expressing yourself how you want to show up and how you want to be seen by the world. Like you have always been one of those people who you are true to you, and your authenticity is something that is very important to you. But yes, no one can take what is meant for you, because it's like if they try to do something that is not aligned with their own personal timeline that they were supposed to achieve in this lifetime, it's not gonna work. Like literally, they're just going to be constantly hitting like closed doors, basically. Like they're going to stay in like this karmic cycle, because they are not aligning with what is meant for them and what actually makes their heart and soul happy, right? So it's like you have to uncover who you are, and that's why I'm saying, like, for people who have always known who they were, this is your time. This is your time, okay? So many will attempt, but they will not succeed. I also wanted to say, like, because I was feeling this competitive energy. So you may have people who subconsciously compete with you, and I'm saying subconsciously because I don't want you thinking like you have that your friends are secret haters and now you're cutting all your friends off, okay? Like I don't want you to do that. I want you to understand that you naturally, because you embrace yourself in such a way, you are naturally going to make people feel a little insecure, right? It's going to highlight their shadows, and it's going to highlight the things that they are not comfortable with within themselves, and so they're naturally going to react to you. But it has nothing to do with you, like personally, right? Like yes, it's your energy, but it has nothing really to do with you personally. So I don't want you going to cut off your friends now. However, if you have friends who are literally trying to take your whole identity and you feel like they are a hater, low-key, you need to get rid of them immediately. That can be dangerous. That can be dangerous because the moment that someone wants what you have, right, they want your whole entire life, that means they will literally, like, if it gets to that point, they will literally be the kind of person that will literally try to take your life, as in, you know what I mean, like take your life as in no longer breathing. Okay, so use your discernment. You know better, you know your situation better than I do. But yes, you may have, you know, certain friends who try to, like, I don't know, in a way humble you, or just naturally you just feel like this certain like standoffish energy, and it's just because you highlight certain things in other people naturally that they feel uncomfortable with in themselves. Okay, so don't be going to cut off your friends, but do, like, yeah, talk to them, especially if it's a friend that you really, really love. Like, sit down and have a conversation with them, because I am getting that you are a very understanding person. It's like, I feel like you would understand where they're coming from, and you would be able to reach some sort of consensus, right? Like, y'all would be able to work through it essentially. But like I said, use your discernment, because there are some people that it's dangerous. Okay, so, or their want to be you is dangerous. But I'm not getting that this is a friend who, like, wants to be you. It's just a friend who is actually really inspired by you. Yeah, is really inspired by you, and is kind of like, may even have like, I don't know, you just inspire people to think differently. You inspire people to think differently, and you inspire people to want to be themselves. But the thing is, it's like when people don't actually know who they are or what they want to do, they think that, like, going down the exact same path as you is going to get them to where you are, and it's not, because that's not their path, right? So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, keep your eyes on your own paper, right? Because your journey is not my journey, like, and the next person's journey is not the next person's journey, right? Everyone is on their unique journey and own path. So yes, that was that. Another portion of my dream had to do with, like, there was like rope climbing and what is it called? Oh, zip lining involved. So I'm also picking up that you're like a very adventurous, could be a very adventurous person, or you just bring a lot of adventure to people's lives, and also things are going to be a lot more adventurous for you moving forward. Yes, that's what I'm picking up on. Like, things are going to be like, you could also be someone who, like, because you have such a vivid imagination and a wild imagination, that it's like you're able to bring, you know, the life that you imagine into reality, right? So it's like where other people kind of live this rudimentary life, I'm feeling that you live in a fairy tale. Like, you like, I don't know what y'all doing, but my life is like, fairy tales do exist, and I believe that too. Like, fairy tales do exist, okay? But it's like, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta keep your imagination alive. Like, it's not just gonna find you. Like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Put some effort in. So, and that's nothing I'm getting from that. And then another portion of my dream, okay, so there were these, and this is where the silver comes in, right? The whole, like, Renaissance vibes, because I saw a man at the place that I was at. There was a man dragging this woman who wasn't just a regular woman. Like, she definitely looked like a creature, like this very ethereal, celestial creature, definitely like from the water. Like, it was giving me nymph siren vibes. Like, she was silver, like her whole body was silver, and then I can't remember if her hair was like this light brown or like a blonde color, but I remember, like, in her face, like, it looked like kind of sad, because obviously, like, she's getting like dragged from her habitat, but it seemed like there was a bunch of people who were coming there and, like, basically stealing these women, and, like, basically, like, I don't know what they were doing to them, but it wasn't good. That's all I know. And so it's kind of like, you are a very rare gem, right? And people want what's rare, right? Because they come of high value, but people don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with rare, okay? So I'm getting that you could, one, attract a lot of people who want you, right? Like, you definitely have this siren quality to you. You could have very, very alluring eyes, right? Like, your presence is very alluring. If you guys know who Larissa Lambert is, so Pearl, like, her cover art for Pearl, or what she was wearing in that, not the song, just like how she looked, that is the vibe. So I'm kind of getting that you may attract a lot of people who want to be in your energy because you do offer this very rare energy that people do not come across often, but they don't know how to treat you, right? So it's like, it's kind of like really having to like protect your energy, but also the other thing that I was getting from that is that like, it's almost like you are the new currency. You know what I mean? Like, you are the new currency. Rare has always been, you know, like, people always have wanted what's rare, but now rare is energy, right? And so you may have a lot of people who try to harvest that energy. So you have to really protect yourself, protect your energy. And this is where silver comes into play again, because I am going to get into silver, and I think this is going to be the last part of the message. Actually, yes, it's gonna be the last part of the message. Other than me just encouraging you to keep going with your innovative ideas, okay? Because they're gonna take off. Like, you may have thought like before that, you know, nobody was really gonna, but I'm telling you now, like, you're about to find your tribe, you're about to find your audience, and you're about to realize that like, you are so influential. Like, you're so influential, and the reason why things were not taking off for you before is because people have always been afraid to kind of venture out and go down their own path. But now it's like, and honestly, I've never liked followers. Like, I don't even like the term followers, like how we have on social media, like, oh yeah, I'm following you, like, yo. Like, because I don't even like the idea of people, you know, like, following me. I want you to be your own person, and I want us to be able to be like warriors together, you know what I mean? Like, warriors for ourselves, and because that makes us stronger together. So those are the kind of people I rock with, like people who are just unapologetic. I don't even care. I don't even have to agree with you. The fact that you standing 10 toes down on what you believe in, I respect that. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of people I like. So, so yes, I'm like, if you're here, yeah, hello. Let me get into this. So the color silver, because I don't think I need to talk about anything else. So for the color silver is symbolic of wealth, prosperity, good fortune, success, also modern advancements in technology. So like I said, you are becoming the new technology, right? I mean, and we were the technology before, you know, computers and things existed. So it's like, yeah, it's just like you are embracing the technology that is within you, and you are kind of, I was also getting that you could be tapping into like past life memories right now, like past life memories, or just like higher knowledge, like through your dreams. Yeah, through your dream state, you could be getting to like look at the world in a very different manner. Like, the world could start to look fake to you at times, if that makes sense. Like, you realize like how fake everything is around you, and you're like, like, what are we doing down here, really? Like, and so it's kind of almost giving you like even more freedom to be you, because you're like, bro, you like, it's literally like we made all this up. So it's like you can literally make up your own reality in your own world, right? Like, that's what I'm picking up on. Like, you're just like, bro. You're like, it is so much easier for me to be me when I'm just like, bro, y'all don't even really exist. Like, because that's what I do sometimes. I'm like, hold on. Yeah, honestly, that helps me be me, because I'm like, I ain't living on my own timeline. Like, I don't know what y'all doing. I don't care what y'all doing. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do me. And yeah, that's just that. But yes, so modern advancements in technology also calms, heals, restores, and enlightens the mind, inspiring intuition and reflection, illuminating the way. So I was gonna say, so to wear more silver as a form of protection against negative vibes and harm. You know what I mean? Just for anyone who's like, because one thing about it, like I said, you are going to illuminate other people's shadows, and right, people hate what they feel like they cannot obtain or not understand, right? That is one of the first places that hate is birthed from. It's just a lack of understanding. Because I say usually war is born out of lack of understanding, right? And when people cannot communicate, when they don't speak the same language, your first thing is, oh, they must be dangerous. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Yeah, just like paying them no mind. Literally, like, oh, remember how I was talking about shades earlier? Wear your shades, okay? The hater blockers, yeah, wear those, whatever you gotta do. Because I don't remember his name, but I had ended up, what came on? It's like The Villain House or some show about the villains, and it's just this reality TV show where it has a bunch of villains. There's a guy on there who, he gives me very alien vibes, and he had his shades on. I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but he has like pink hair, light skin, really strong bone structure. When I seen him, I was like, oh my god, look at the little alien. Like, I love seeing other aliens. I'm like, oh my gosh. Or just people who just don't look like they're from here, and that's what I'm getting. Like, you just have that same energy where you just look like you're literally like a magical, mystical creature. But yes, so wear more silver. It's also connected to the moon and divine feminine energy / introspection. So this will also help you tap into more of your kind of like your subconscious, your psychic abilities, and just really being able to like understand your dreams, uncover your dreams, things of that nature. Yeah, and the moon is also like a very protective, the moon is protective because it's like a mothering energy, right? So it's a nurturing, protective energy. It's gonna kind of help you like rest in the fact that, yeah, people may be, you know, sending you bad vibes, but who cares? Kind of that energy. And also silver crystals that you could work with are hematite, pyrite, and silver sheen obsidian. Okay, so hematite is a metallic gray, gunmetal, or dark silver hue. It is from the Greek word haima, which means blood. So it has very grounding / protective properties. It supports physical strength, balance, and vitality. It absorbs negative energy and will promote emotional clarity. Okay, so it's also going to help you to integrate your past wisdom and accessing past life information, right? Which is very, like I said earlier, Saturn energy. So it's connected to Saturn, and it's connected to the zodiac signs Aquarius and Aries. So because one thing is, I had actually like chrome nails on my Pinterest for the longest time, and I was gonna get gold chrome next. I mean, I have a little bit of gold chrome on my nails right now because I'm like, my birthday is popping up, and I was gonna get like gold chrome for my birthday, but now I'm like, I might do silver chrome. Like, there's a specific like nail set that I want, and I'm like, I might do silver chrome. I might have to do one of each, because when I can't make my mind, I always go with both. So I would say either do, like, for the women, if you want to do chrome nails, and then also like if you want to wear like jewelry, but especially so for rings, you're gonna wear on your middle fingers, okay? Because the left hand, your middle finger, this is gonna be Saturn energy, and then for the right hand, this is literally where fire and air connect. Or actually like, it's fire and air, but it's also fire, air, water, and earth. So it'll literally have all the elements combined. Or you can also wear it on your thumb and index. But if you wear it on your thumb and index, that's gonna be for the left hand, because this is gonna be fire and this is air. So, and then pyrite, which is also known as fool's gold. Oh, it's like a shiny gold silver. It's from the Greek word pyro, meaning fire. So it's a stone of abundance to promote prosperity, and also for protection and grounding. Also good for manifestation work and spiritual growth. So it's going to be linked to the solar plexus chakra, and Leo, also Mars energy. So you're going to want to wear on either of the thumbs. You can wear them on either of the thumbs, because this is going to be, like I said, fire, and then this is going to be Mars energy here, right? And then so you can also wear it on the right hand ring finger, this finger right here that I'm holding down. Yeah, that's going to be solar energy. So this is sun energy here. So if you decide to wear pyrite, those are the fingers you'll wear it on. And then for silver sheen obsidian, so it can appear as a translucent gray or silver blue color with the base color described as a dark charcoal gray, named also silverstone of Upsius, which I believe was either a Greek or Roman god who found the stone. But anyways, it's a grounding, protection, cleansing stone or crystal, good for healing sessions. So it's aligned with the energy of the moon and the planet Saturn. I'm telling y'all, like, when I was decoding my dream, I was like, okay, all of this is making so much sense, right? Of the moon and the planet Saturn associated with Sagittarius and Cancer. So you're gonna want to wear this. If you do like a silver sheen obsidian ring, you're gonna wear it on either of the middle fingers, or you can also wear it on your left thumb or the pinky, because pinky is going to be water and then this is going to be fire. So yes. And then also, because I was like, the other thing that has been heavy, especially because I'm like, okay, so I'm like siren energy, it always makes me think of, like, when I think about like the ocean and stuff, I think of like pearls and seashells. And I've just been talking about, I was talking with my sister the other day about like collecting rocks and things again, because I used to collect like really like any rocks or shells that would be interesting, and I kept it in this little princess little piggy bank that I had when I was a kid. I still have it, and I looked in there and I was like, I think I'm gonna get back to that, because I be wanting crystals and things, and they're expensive. Okay, they're expensive, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna like get back into like little hobbies I had when I was a kid, because we're tapping into that inner child energy, and start collecting rocks again. So, but one of the things that came up was pearls. Okay, and that's also been like a jewelry that I've been really attracted to lately, is different like pearls. So pearls is going to be a combination of argonite and calcite, or sometimes just argonite or calcite alone. So argonite is a stone of nurturing, brings feelings of freedom and enhances tolerance, bring up painful memories from the past so you can heal and move forward. So right, tapping into the moon, but also Saturn, because Saturn, right, the lessons that we learn in life, they're not meant to, because you know Saturn's attached to like karma and things of that nature, and it's like karma's not always bad, but those things are meant to propel us into our highest timeline. So it's like you want to learn those lessons and you want to turn that into abundance, right? Because those lessons, they help you to move better throughout life and to make like smarter decisions, and they kind of just like, right, it's wisdom. Okay, you turn those lessons into wisdom, and then wisdom is prosperity. And then native tribes also used argonite containing abalone shells for sage smudging for purification during ceremonial rituals. So also good for that. And then calcite is a spiritual cleanser that changes perspective and renews commitment to making change. So for anyone who may be feeling like, you know, a lot could be shifting around you right now, for anyone who has been like maybe feeling uncomfortable with the shifts taking place, get you either just raw calcite, or you can also do pearls as well. Okay, so it's going to remove stagnant energy, and it is associated with the root and sacral chakras. So, and the root is all about confidence, safety, security. Sacral chakra is going to be about sensuality, comfort. So it's like it's going to make you feel more comfortable with the change coming up, right? Or the change that's taking place around you, because you just have to always remain grounded and rooted in you, right? Like one thing I said recently is I was like, the only consistency is me, and it's truly that. Like you have to just stay on your path, right? No matter what's going on around you, stay on your path, remember who you are, and realize that you are the only constant. Okay, so honestly, I think that's all I have for this message. This went on for a little longer than expected, so I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. It seemed like it was so long, but it was a short message. Anyways, you are coming into your highest timeline, is what I'm getting, right? You are ascending into your highest timeline, tapping into previous knowledge, maybe even your Akashic records, if you know what that is. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. I will be offering that service soon. I do in-depth birth chart readings. I have not started offering them to the public, but so when I say that, I mean like I get in there when it comes to like untapping like people's destiny, things that they are naturally gifted at. That is something that I do. I'm gonna have different tiers for what people are looking for and different prices, because it is a lot of work. The more in depth you want, the more information I'm gonna need, basically. But yeah, anyways, I'll let y'all know when that is available, but until then, I'll see y'all next time.